This is Marilyn Glaspie. What is your business, Marilyn?
Just mostly hand knitting.
Hand knitting?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And some crocheting, but some of them are my own original designs.
Really?
I do lots of lady sweaters, and there's no two done alike.
Any particular type of yarns that you use?
All kinds.
All kinds?
All kinds. I use mohairs, alpacas, acrylic, silks, just most any kind.
Have you been knitting for quite some time?
Several years, probably 40 plus years.
Really? Mm-hmm. Really? So what got you interested in this in the beginning?
I think because my grandmother knit, and I started knitting before I had my first child.
Oh, that's
doing
excellent.
Baby booties or whatever, and I've just been knitting ever since then.
Do you do many of these shows?
I do several shows, and I used to have a shop in my home, but closed that down at the end of last year. And so now I'm doing just the shows.
Do you take special orders? Like if someone were to see this and want an order?
Yes, I do.
What number would they get in touch with if they wanted to call you?
It's a Barrington number.
Okay.
It's 989-382-7020. This one has the snowman on the front of it, and when you turn it around, he has melted.
Oh.
And this one has the little Scotty dogs on it.
Aww.
And I do make hats to match this one. Like these are done with 2 strands of yarn, 2 different types of yarn. They're just a triangle shawl. Do them in all kinds of colors, different colors I should say. Some of these down here are called Rowana wraps. All different types of wraps that I do.
And are they gaining in popularity? Are they becoming more of a fashion statement for people?
Fashion statements like these down here are done with different stitches and things in them. So this particular one here is called the Hug a Shrug. And I was doing these for some ladies in the nursing homes because they actually have the arm sleeves on them, and they can keep them around them and keep them warm. And then the young girls decided they liked them for their evenings out. So,
well, I noticed the green one here is
this one here
is small, and it makes a nice,
these can
fashionable
be,
touch.
Once they're off the hangers too, because of the yarn, they will move out a little bit, so they're not quite, you can keep them smaller, drape them around you more.
We were talking to Betty across the way about the care of these fabrics, and in terms of how you wash them and not hanging them or squeezing them too much. Are there certain things you could remind people about how to care for these kinds of handmade things?
Most of these with the ribbon type yarns in them, they're hand washable, but don't hang them. I hang them at shows, but only long enough for the shows. Any other time they're folded down on a table laying flat.
Is there a risk with some of this fiber that it can be just overstretched?
Sometimes yes, especially if you put it in the wash machine and agitate it. And then you probably ruined your garment. So it's better to, I always say with hand knit items, it's better to hand wash them, and then you have your item intact.
And it's better to lay them out like on a towel or something to...
Hand wash them, squeeze them as much water as you can get out of them, lay them on like a bath towel, roll them, but don't stretch them, just kind of fold your towel and blot the water out as much as you can. Then lay them out, kind of block them out on a surface and let them dry.
What is your name, sir?
Dick Gillespie.
And tell me a little bit about your craft.
I do wood. I used to be a machinist, and I retired, and I always liked working on wood. And I started making different toys and things like that. My daughter had a craft show, and she wanted me to make up some things to sell at her craft show. And so I made a bunch of toys, and then I've been making quite a few after that.
Does it take quite a bit of time to put each one together?
Yeah, some more than others. Like, that coach, it took quite a while to do that. I've made rocking horses, and I just sold my train. I had a train engine.
Cool.
And
that's true craftsmanship.
Okay.
What that is.
And are
it's
you seeing people going after more wooden toys and collectibles now?
The older guys go more for the wood, and they're buying them for their grandkids.
great.
They really appreciate the wood, which I use all hardwood for, and use different kinds of hardwood, and it gives a little different character.
And if somebody's interested in having you maybe place a special order with you to make something wooden toys or such, can they do that?
Sure.
What number would they call?
It's a Barrett number.
Okay.
It's 989-382-7020.
Great.
Now, what county are you in?
Oh, we're in Mecosta County,
Okay, so you're not too far away.
and we live just east of Big Rapids.
Well, that's great. And I see you have the rocking horse down here.
Yeah, there's that's kind of a miniature one.
kind of traditional designs, yeah.
Yeah, I made some big ones for Marilyn. Wanted me to make them for all the grandkids, or our kids.
Yeah.
You just basically create your own design, right? You decide how you want it to
Well,
look.
this one here had a pattern, then I scaled it down to make a little ones for Cabbage Patch dolls. Everybody had a Cabbage Patch doll,
Cool.
and
I find that there are certain either adhesives or ways that even finishes that are particularly things that you like to use or find that are safe to work with.
I like just put linseed on it and some wax. That's all. Just to treat. It brings out the color of the wood, and that's about all you need.
No harsh chemicals. That's cool too.
No.
Well, you know, with people starting to be a little worried about, plastic toys and things that are shiny, they forget that a lot of these things break and they're made with toxic elements. But
Yeah.
the old-fashioned wood toys, you can.
No,
What
they're
type of
just
wood
plain
do
old
you
wood.
use? What type of wood is it?
Mostly oak. My brother-in-law wanted me to make that coach originally, and he had a big piece of black walnut that he was saving. So I made him one out of black walnut and trimmed it with oak.
Cool.
And then I made one for me out of oak and trimmed it with black walnut. It turned out really nice.